Edge! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's morning for most of us. Very early, very late, however you want to look at it. Yeah, we're getting a very, very late, very, very early start today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for coming by. Hey, Monty, Baron is here. Baron, Rufus, and Grez has showed up. I don't know if I call 3 a.m. morning. Well, that's technically what it is. Hey, our jolly welcome. Where's my lights? Boom. There we go. Cool. Believe it or not, I haven't been up that long. I know you can believe it. If you've been to sleep 3 a.m. this morning, yeah, I pretty much just woke up. Most of y'all going to sleep. I'm just getting up. That's how it goes in current year. That's how it goes. All right. So my main goal is to get these. My main goal is to get these videos recorded, and then probably do whatever after that. I don't have anything planned. I'm not gonna do Helldivers tonight. I already know that. But I may do some other stuff, so we'll see. Other than the video editing I gotta do. The video editing has to happen and all that stuff. Woo! Okay. Gotta get the energy going too. I got my coffee here. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's a song by Heavy D, by the way. I'm dating myself. All right. So we're gonna be talking about some tech stories. We got 3 tech stories we're gonna talk about and 3 gaming stories. So it's kind of like a nice little balance. If you haven't already, check out the YouTube channel. We are doing many things. If you're in my Discord and you see the social stream channel, you probably noticed that I'm posting like crazy to TikTok. So I got into TikTok's creator program, which will pay you for videos longer than 1 minute, which is all I do. So I was like, I'm doing that. So depending on what the hits are over there, I might get some money from TikTok, which I'm okay with. And I don't have to do anything new. I just upload them when I'm doing over there, upload when I'm doing over here, over there. I think they pay you per 1,000 views. I think that's the CPM. I don't know. But I have scheduled quite a bit. They're averaging about 300. The ones I've uploaded so far, like the Fred Durst, 300, 350, 220, 300, 300, 3, which destroys my YouTube numbers. 225, 200, 239, 245, 12. That actually just came out. And I got, oh man, I gotta start scheduling more. I'm still behind because I've only scheduled some of the videos I've done. I'm doing them like 2 hours apart. So I'm hoping that the algorithm catches at least one of these so I can get over 1,000 views. And but we'll see. We're just gonna be cross-posting up there on the TikTokies, tiktok.com/abwanatv. The talkies of ticks. So yeah, I'm in their creator program. I got accepted yesterday. So last night, well, actually early this morning, yesterday morning, I did quite a bit of editing and uploading. Probably why I slept so late, because I went ham. Between the Final Fantasy stuff I did, the video editing between the other videos, and then I went to TikTok and did all the other stuff, and then I do some stuff on my wife's computer. I was busy yesterday, so I have an excuse for sleeping in, boss. Okay, boss. It is indeed bedtime, though. Good morning, night, whatever. Not if you just roll out of bed. Oh yeah, I need to talk about Blurp. We're getting rid of Blurp, but Quack is coming back. I am uninstalling Blurp because they ghosted me. I don't know why. But I think my panel still has Blurp in there, which you gotta get rid of that. And we're just gonna stick with Tangia for now. I'm not gonna close dialogue with Blurp. I just hope they answer my messages. They ghosted me hard. So I'm just like, all right, well, guess we ain't doing Blurp. Yeah, we'll just stick with Tangia for now, which should be operational. Yeah, Tangia still works on Twitch and everywhere else. Is it gonna put a message in? It doesn't. Oh, hold on. I need to fix this. We need to put this on YouTube as well. Soon to be live space. Once they get that API up and running out, all the commands will go to all chats. Yes. Id Tangia. Tangia. YouTube message as well. Okay. Put in the utilities. Action. Add. Tangia. Group. Utilities. How come one of my group is called utilities and one's called... Wait, I already have a Tangia command. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait, I just have to... Oh. Alright, so just add a trigger for it. I'm pretty much done. Awesome. I just have to add a Twitch part to it. Tangia, boom. Channel, send a message, and wait, chat, send a message. Boom. Save. Let's test it. And we're gonna have two of them. Gonna remove the one from Stream Elements. Cool, and they put it in YouTube, right? No! Am I in the right chat? I don't know. Didn't go to YouTube chat for some reason. I blame science. I don't know why. YouTube message. Oh, it's going as a bot. That's why. Alright, one last test. Huh? Alright, then you won't be spammed with Tangia anymore. I wish I could do giveaways with that. Yay! But it didn't put in the Twitch chat. Twitch message bot. YouTube message broadcaster. What the heck is going on? I really messed that up, didn't I? Anyway. Oh, there's a botrix command for it too. Wow. There's so much wrong with everything, chat. Why'd you just start a stream like this? You're not supposed to be this bad at this, chat. You've been streaming for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Are you coming in here messing up like this? Get it right, man. Get it together, chat. Chatbot. Come on. Tangia. Goodbye. Delete. Go away. I don't want duplicate commands. Yes. Alright, we're good. For now. Okay. While I got a little bit of energy, actually I'm still kind of waking up, so let me get a few more sips of coffee before I start jumping into my news. I think Helldivers needs one more faction. Nah, we're good. No, maybe a different type of monster, like bugs, and then we got robots, and then if you're talking about that, then I agree. But I don't want to compete with other players in the Helldivers. Oh, you mean like aliens? Okay, I agree with you there. Yeah, it's supposedly happening. What, the mechs? Is the mechs going to be the third one? But I thought the mechs were part of the robots. They left room in the south for them? Okay. Mechs in another enemy faction. Could be a rogue. Could be a rogue human faction. But then I don't think we want to kill other humans, right? In this game. I don't think so. Maybe not. All right. Let's annotate. My OBS was doing some weird stuff, man. It was like one of my YouTube profile for recording videos is a 1440p profile. So the canvas is 1440p. So all the videos I record there, when I upload them to YouTube, they're 1440p 60. For some reason, when I switch to a different profile that's supposed to be a 1080p canvas, the canvas doesn't change, even though the profile says be 1080p, until I restart OBS. So there's some wonkiness that happens when I switch profiles, because I was confused because I switched to another profile and the window would be too small, and I'm like, what? And the canvas got bigger somehow, and I'm like, huh? And it wasn't honoring the settings, so I had to restart OBS, and then it just magically fixed itself. So I got to report that as a boog, as a boog. All right, let's annotate. Annotate powers activate. Wait, this is wrong. See, this is a result of 16 by 9, 16 by 9. What the hey, dude? It did the thing again that I just told you guys about. Oh my gosh. Widescreen? I'm confused. What? Everything broke. Okay, something weird's going on, dude. Something going on with my profile. I might have a corrupt profile, which I would hate because I'd have to redo everything, and I would be sad for weeks, even days. Oh man. Thankfully, this is not a complicated scene, but still. Oy. Oh no. Chat, why'd you do this? You got one job. Yeah, for some reason this is not doing what it's supposed to do. Anyway. Now I think I was like, why wasn't it resizing when I zoomed in? And now I know why, because the window was like 1/4 of it. Okay. Alternate app marketplaces. What a name. No. Do 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 do. Is it a new bug? It might be a new bug. I don't know. That's a good question. It might be a new bug with OBS, and specifically when I switch between two different. I guess I shouldn't call them profiles because they're actually scene collections. I have. Oh, but you know what? I think the canvas is a function of the profile. I just had a brain fart. Okay. That could be part of the problem. But I'm using... Like, I have a profile called recording and I have a scene collection called recording. I specifically did that so it wouldn't mess with my streaming stuff. And somehow it is! The availability of functions like 0% Texas. Turns out that the downloaded device will stop working if you leave EU too long. More surprisingly. Why is that a surprise? Uh-huh. Yeah. Your country or region must be set to these. Okay. You must have physically located. Must be physically located in the European Union. I mean, that's not unreasonable, right? Okay, that's a good summary sentence. As long as your Apple ID origin is one of these countries, and you physically reside in them. However, you might unspeculated that your eligibility could be revoked if the system knows your location changes. There's a grace period of a short travel, but longer stays outside the eligibility market. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. In this state, you won't be able to install new app marketplaces in the apps previously installed. I don't know. We're not going to be able. Oh, update themselves. Okay, that makes sense. You'll be able to. I thought you wouldn't be able to use them. I was like, ooh, that's bad. Okay. Potential customers, third party developer. I don't agree with this. That statement right now. Well, okay, I read that wrong. This potential customer support problem is the only reason why third-party developers. I thought they meant like somebody else. Third-party developers may be unwilling to embrace the third-party app system. That's a loaded statement. I don't know anybody that relies on third-party marketplaces on iOS. I've yet to meet anybody like that, but we'll see. All right, let's go. iOS 17.4. You guys may have heard about this story with iOS 17.4 and alternative iPhone app stores with the EU. This story is over on 9to5mac.com. This comes by way of a new policy passed by the EU where Apple had to allow third-party marketplaces for fair competition to work on the iOS devices, but it's only for EU. Now, this story says that if you leave or travel outside the EU, then your third-party app store will cease to function. This is what the article reads. It says iOS 17.4 in the European Union brings Apple's first operating system release that complies with regulatory framework of the Digital Markets Act. This includes support for alternative app stores, or as Apple calls them, alternative app marketplaces, which allow iPhone users to download apps from outside the walls of the Apple App Store for the first time. But perhaps more surprisingly, it also turns out that existing app marketplaces you have downloaded to your device will stop working if you leave the EU for too long. Apple explains this in their documentation. They said that your Apple ID must be housed, or you must be from one of these countries, or your account should be based in one of these countries: Austria, Belgium, blah, blah, Sweden. And you have to be physically located in the EU. So as long as your Apple ID origin is one of these countries and you physically reside in them, the app marketplace features will be available. However, if you go beyond the grace period and you leave those places, you won't be able to use the alternative app market, and you won't be able to update your apps that came from that alternative app market. The exact period of time is not specified. Now, here's a statement that this article says that I don't know if I agree with completely. It says that this potential customer service support problem is yet another reason why third-party developers may be unwilling to embrace the third-party app store system. Now, I don't know if it's a support problem. That's the thing I don't agree with. It is a reason why that third-party app developers will be unwilling to embrace it because of this potential issue. But this isn't a customer support problem. This is more of a regulatory problem. It's much like things with Netflix and different, you know, if you go to Amazon.ca, they have different things going on there based on your country. If you go to Netflix from a different country, there's regulations dictating what you can do and can't do from certain countries. This happens to fall in one of them. Even if you disagree or agree with the story, that's irrefutable. This is a function of this Digital Market Act, which only applies to EU. So if you leave the EU, you know, I don't know how Apple could just let you get away with it. You know, I think they might be under fire, or they might even be held liable for some potential issues that could crop up if someone were to access an alternative app store from outside of the EU. If Apple didn't do anything to prevent them from doing that, they would be held liable in court. So I think that's why they're covering their tracks here, is because once you leave the EU, that Digital Market Act no longer applies. Apple won't be protected by any unforeseen things. Or the thing I'm thinking about is malware. So if you download an app from a third-party app store that has malware on it, and somebody sues Apple for letting me do that, which you know what's going to happen. You let me download the app. Why'd you let me download it? Apple's going to say, well, you know, that's part of the Digital Market Act in the EU. You were in the EU, so the fault's on you. But if this person was in Canada or in the US and they did it, and they can argue that, hey, Apple, you should have did more to prevent me from doing that. See, this becomes this legal tug of war that could potentially make Apple liable. So I don't think it's a customer support problem as much as it is just a regulatory territory problem, because that's just how these things are. And yeah, this regulatory territory problem is probably going to be a reason why third-party developers may be unwilling to embrace third-party app store systems, because of that limitation and because of the headache that comes with it if you leave for an extended amount of time, which a lot of people may do. But we don't know what the actual actual grace period is. It says the exact period of time for the grace period is unknown. So if you go on a week holiday, that may not be a problem. But if you go away on a business trip for 2 weeks to a month or 3 months, who knows when that grace period is. This is very similar to like the Netflix thing with sharing accounts and stuff. You know, it's like it's all location-based mumbo jumbo, which I don't like anyway. Check the story out over on 9to5mac.com. They got the details about this particular issue, which is coming up because of iOS's 17.4 alternative iPhone app stores, and how if you leave the EU, how they can stop functioning, or even worse, you know, you probably can't update your apps if there's a security issue or something like that. So it's something to keep your eye on if you're in the EU and you're planning to travel outside. Check it out. They got details over there. All right. Yee. Tom Warren. I know him. I know of him. Next year. And the support from result Amazon App Store March 5th, 2025. Currently use Android apps from the App Store and App Store. You do have access to could update, but you won't be able to download the new ones. Microsoft. Okay, so that's a good point. March 6th. That's no longer tomorrow. That's today. You know what? I didn't even know you could do this. I didn't know you could search for Amazon apps on the Microsoft Store. I didn't know you could do that. Well, you can't anymore, but I didn't know you could at one point. Surprise move after Microsoft has been continually updating its subsystem range over the past few years. Okay. It's a lot of little edge cases in here. I'm not going to talk about all those. That's a good point. Android apps on Windows 11 originally seemed like Microsoft's answer to Apple's progress with its M1 and running iOS apps. But it looks like that didn't pan out. Yeah. That's a good point. Good point. All right, here we go. Bad news, everyone. If you access Android apps from the Microsoft Store on your Windows 11 system, that is going away. Actually, it's already gone. Microsoft to end its Android apps on Windows 11 subsystem in 2025. You won't be able to download new Android apps from the Amazon App Store in Windows 11 in March 2025. Microsoft is ending support for its Android subsystem in Windows 11 next year. The software giant first announced it was bringing Android apps to Windows 11 with Amazon's App Store nearly 3 years ago. So it's 3 years old. But the Windows subsystem for Android will now be deprecating starting March 5th, 2025. Yes. Actually, it's not over yet. I thought it was 2024. So March 5th, 2025. So as a result, the Amazon App Store on Windows and all applications and games dependent on the WSA will no longer be supported beginning on March 5th, 2025. So now here's a nugget here. If you currently use Android apps right now on the Amazon App Store, then you'll continue to have access to these past the cutoff date. I don't like how that's worded. My brain didn't like it. But you won't be able to download any new ones once Microsoft makes its Android subsystem end of life next year. So you'll be able to use them, but you won't be able to download any new ones. So I guess that's kind of good. On March 6th, which is tomorrow, Windows 11 users will no longer be able to search. This is the part I was talking about. You couldn't do anymore. You won't be able to search for the Amazon App Store, or associated Android apps from the Microsoft Store. So that's right now. That's today. I'm recording this like early morning, March 6th. So later today, you won't be able to even search for that. They're going to cut it off. So that they're slowly moving away from that. Android apps on Windows 11 originally seemed like Microsoft's answer to Apple's progress with its M1 chips running iOS apps on macOS. This was definitely the case. But as a result of them not having direct access to the Google Play Store, the next best thing they could do was go to Amazon, which had a subset of Android apps. But it's probably a subpar experience because I don't think it's taken off. And I think Microsoft's just going to ex-nay it and say, hey, let's just scrap this whole thing because it's not doing what we wanted it to do. It was a good effort, though. Because they definitely wanted to compete with Apple, because Apple has a great system where you can run Android apps on the macOS. You can run iOS apps. That's a bad slip. You can run iOS apps on macOS with ease because of the architecture similarity and the ecosystem. But Microsoft wanted to do the same thing with Android on Windows, but you can't really do it as well as you'd like because it's the Amazon App Store and not the Google Play Store, which is the vast majority of where apps are. But it is Android, so you can download APKs from just about anywhere. So, you're limited to the Amazon App Store. And people probably have done some workarounds to where you can get an APK and somehow trick it. I don't know if they can do that. But check the story out over on TheVerge.com. They got the details. Microsoft's ending support for its Android apps on the Windows 11 subsystem this time next year. So exactly a year from now, March 5th, 2025, you won't be able to download any new apps. There won't be any support, but if you do have existing apps, they still should work. So check the story out over on TheVerge.com. They got the details over there. Bum, 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 okay. Oh, this is funny. I haven't read this yet, but my Twitter feed was flooded with this crap, boy.
Oh my gosh, I can't get the Facebook, I can't get the Instagram, oh my no.
10 a.m. However, WhatsApp was working for some. I didn't know that. A couple hours. They wrote it on the X? What? That's funny. Alright. This is an easy one to talk about. Oh no, Facebook is down. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Facebook, Instagram, and Threads are back online after a 2-hour outage. This story is over on Engadget.com. This is just not your ordinary outage, though. This one kind of freaked some people out, especially on my timeline, because what happened was that it started around 10 a.m. and people started reporting them on downdetector.com, but they booted you out of the login. You basically got all automatically logged out and you couldn't sign in. So if you are anywhere familiar with any kind of security concerns, if you get booted from a site and you can't log in, your first thought will go to, oh no, I've been hacked. Someone has hijacked my account and changed the password. That's exactly what happens. When somebody hacks your account, you get booted and you can't log back in. So imagine the hundreds of thousands, I don't know how many people, maybe even millions of people that got that same thing all happen at the same time. Oh no, I have been hacked. But the good news is that the WhatsApp is still working for some. But Facebook, Instagram, and Threads booted people to the login screen and they could not log back in. Here's a statement that they ironically wrote on Twitter/X. Earlier today, a technical issue caused people to have difficulty accessing some of our services. We resolved the issue as quickly as possible for everyone who was impacted, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Yeah, like I said, it's your normal outage. That's okay. You know, Twitter goes down all the time. But the fact that they got booted to log in and they couldn't log back in, I think scared a lot of people to death. And if it was me, I don't even use these apps. Like I barely, out of all of these, I barely use Instagram. I don't use Facebook at all. And I don't use Threads hardly at all anymore. But I think the last time I looked at Threads, I was like curious if they added anything new, and then I got rid of it. But I wasn't part of this group of people that were logged out today because I just didn't go to this site. But man, if I was, I would be changing my password. I'd be like, oh my goodness, I'd be trying to change my password, which probably a lot of people did. They probably tried to change their password because they thought they were hacked. And it probably put even more strain on the system. This cascading effect probably was hilarious. Now that it's all over. During it probably wasn't funny, but now that it's all over, it probably was very hilarious to watch as the servers caught on fire. Check the story out over on Engadget.com. They got the details about the Facebook outage today. Over 2 hours of outage, and people were getting knocked out, and their passwords didn't work, so panic set in. Am I being hacked or not? Check it out over on Engadget. All right. I heard a tech story. It's time for gaming now. It's time for gaming now. Gaming, boy. Wait. You're doing things I don't want you to do. You been on the back end? Yeah, it's literally fires, man. Everything gets stressed as a result of that. It's just, everything gets stressed. It's just like, oh no, everybody's doing things that they're not supposed to be doing all at the same time. Oh man. When Facebook went down, it was so quiet it was heaven. Steam sets new record for over 34 million. Sheesh, that's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. For real, everything was on fire, man. Yesterday, according to the Steam DB data, which, you know, is not official, but it's reliable. I don't care about the top games. What the heck? Okay, I guess they needed a quota for this article in terms of words. They listed the top 100 most played games. I mean, the top 10 would have been enough. My goodness. Anyway. Let's go. PC gaming is dead. Long live PC gaming. Steam sets new record with over 34 million concurrent users. This article comes by way. Blah, blah, blah. This article comes by way of WCCF Tech. And the details over there. 34 million concurrent users. Remember everybody was saying PC was dead. Long live PC gaming. I was here too. Just a couple of months ago, it was reported that the Steam store had a new record of 33.6 million concurrent users, and it got broken yesterday actually, at 1400 UTC. They broke the record with 34.298 million users online simultaneously. Man, what is that attributed? They listed like the top 100 games there. Now, my speculation is this. More and more people are into PC gaming, and I don't know exactly why. Because I don't think it's gotten easier. But the only vector I can see that perhaps may have made this a thing is the Steam Deck. You've got a console-like experience on a handheld device, which may have inflated some of these numbers, but I don't know if it's like millions, because I don't know how many Steam Decks there are out there. But just looking at Steam from an overall blimp view, it's like not much has changed over years. Everything is pretty much the same in terms of like how they deliver games and the experience and support and the system requirements for your PC and all this other stuff. And, you know, there's no difference between how they interact with like PlayStation and Xbox with crossplay titles. And you got the Epic Game Store with their games doing stuff. So what is causing so many people to get into PC gaming? I don't know. It could be just the influx of different types of games, because we've been seeing like games like Pal World break records on just insane numbers. We've got Helldivers on the PC, which has been doing really good on there, and other games like if you look at the top 100, just looking at the top 5, you've got the big 3 with Counter-Strike, Dota, and Apex, and then you got Naraka Blade Point with over 250,000 people online. This is like not total players. This is like people concurrent online. 24-hour peak, I should say. Which is crazy. Last Epoch, which has almost 250,000 people, that game just came out. So we've got a bunch of new games in Last Epoch, Pal World, Helldivers 2, and I was going to say Baldur's Gate 3, but nah. Elden Ring's making a comeback because of the DLC. People are getting characters ready, doing playthroughs and whatnot, and so forth, so on and so forth. Lots of people are playing PC games. I don't know why. Let me know in the comments if you guys know, because I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what's causing this boom. Because like I said, I don't think much has changed in terms of like access to a PC requirements. And if anything, it's harder to get a PC because they're so expensive. They're much more expensive now. And the only thing I can think of is the Steam Deck. That's one of the newest things with PC gaming, specifically with PC gaming on Steam, is the Steam Deck, which is a handheld device, by the way. And a lot of games are Steam Deck verified. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's cool. I like PC gaming. 34 million concurrent users. Check the story out over on WCCFtech.com. They got the details about Steam setting a new record just months after they set one prior with 34 million concurrent users. All right. WCCF Tech again. This is a follow-up to the Yuzu story. Nobody's surprised. I wonder if gaming on Linux in general is being boosted by Steam plus console gamers moving over PC made a dent. That could be it too. I know Linux support is getting better and better each month. Still not where it needs to be though, but it's getting better. I like that they don't support piracy. Let's make that a different color. So I think that's what killed Yuzu. And their Patreon. The whole paywall thing. That didn't help. Nope, that didn't help at all. I also saw a related story to this that some people were mad that they didn't support Windows 7, so they snitched on them to Nintendo. If that's true, man, they could make a movie out of that. They were mad at Yuzu for not supporting Windows 7. This is a rumor. I don't know if it's true. But some people were mad at Yuzu because they didn't support Windows 7 and they snitched on them to Nintendo. This continues 2.4 million in damages. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. They currently do not offer anything past what the popular they are based on does. Still shows on emulation. Interesting. Like, I don't know. Why are you still on Windows 7? Like, I would be dying to know why people are still on Windows 7. They have their reasons, too. That's why I want to know. I know it's not... They don't do it for no reason. But people just stay on older versions of Windows for... A lot of times for security reasons. And for... nefarious things. Like they're trying to hide something. So it's like a good and bad reason. You got nefarious things, they're up to no good, and then you got people who just want to be secure in a certain way, and modern versions of Windows have gaping security holes, and they're like, I'm not updating. So, but I wonder why these people are still on Windows 7. Like, gotta wonder. Because to me, Windows 7 was okay for a long time, but then Windows 10 is like, to me, leaps and bounds so much better than Windows 7 was. I don't know about Windows 11 yet because I'm refusing to upgrade that one. They're gonna have to drag me kicking and screaming from Windows 10. I didn't like Windows 8 though. Windows 8 gave me a brain ache. Oh my gosh. It was like this hybrid of like mobile and there's still a bunch of Windows 8 remnants in Windows 10. Multiple UIs for the same thing drove me nuts. Like control panel has like 3 different UIs. It's just like, what's going on, man? That all started with Windows 8. Like you can see remnants and like fart nuggets of Windows 7 still in Windows 10 and Windows 11. Oh man. I think Microsoft was like, if we get rid of this old interface, everybody will rebel. They'll rebel and revolt and pitchforks, torches. Okay. You may have heard about this story with the Yuzu. Was it Yuzu? Yeah. Okay. Take 2. You may have heard about the story with Yuzu and the whole Nintendo lawsuit thing. We talked about it here. You need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'd be in the know. But apparently, let me start over. My brain stopped. Is it called Yuzu? This new one is called Suyu. Why the names are so similar? Okay. You may remember the story about Yuzu being sued by Nintendo, having to pay $2.4 million. We covered it here. If you subscribe, you would know that. So go do it. Apparently, and not to my surprise, Switch emulators are going to live on. This story comes by way of WCCFtech.com. Yuzu Nintendo Switch emulator lives on with Nuzu. Yeah, let's just call it the same thing with one letter change. And Suyu. Yep, let's just change a couple more letters. The development of the Yuzu was permanently halted, but the popular Nintendo Switch emulator will continue to live on thanks to multiple projects that were recently launched. The Nuzu and aptly named Suyu projects are both open source works based on the latest version of Yuzu. They do not support piracy in any capacity and are currently looking for developers. So they currently do not offer anything past what the popular emulator they're based on does. So I imagine a lot of these guys probably took a snapshot of Yuzu and just forked it off. That's my thing. But this is going to continue to happen. This is how emulation works. Something gets killed, it's going to sprout up, as something else, either underground or public. But Yuzu and Tsuyu projects were basically launched as a result of Yuzu getting taken down for 2.4 million. Man, I feel part of me feels bad, but I mean, if you look at the Yuzu story, a lot of mistakes were made. It's like, hey, you could have done things a lot differently, but hey, man, some things got taken a way too far, and I think they saw the line and then they just crossed it, and then they jumped over it, and then they stomped on it, and they smushed it with their foot, and then they started breakdancing on that line. So Nintendo just couldn't ignore that. But Yuzu and Tsuyu projects have been launched. Open source works based on the latest version of Yuzu. So how long will they be around? We don't know. If they're based on Yuzu, they got to be careful, because there's some stuff in the court documents that said that development of Yuzu can't continue, and Nintendo could use that to take down these other projects as well. So check the story out over on WCCFtech.com. They got the details about Yuzu and Tsuyu and Nuzu. Hoodoo. Doo-doo. Duty. Poop jokes. Take care. Oh, this is a big story. I should do this one first. This is like the talk of the internet right now. We're doubling down on games as an area we think a lot more growth opportunity. We could tap that. Ew. Okay, this is why. Ah. So you've got Hogwarts versus Suicide Squad. Okay. Yeah. I can see where he's coming from now. He don't like that very much. Green. Oof. Like two very, very opposite ends of the spectrum. Plan going forward, help reduce volatility. Let's focus on core franchises and making at least some of them. The mobile free-to-play service. Ugh. Ew. That statement makes me sick to my stomach. So they're doubling down on live service, free to play, cash grabs. Got it. And popular brands, he singled out Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and DC. Oh. So we're going to see free-to-play offshoots of all of these. Oh, no! I'm assuming. He didn't say that, but I'm assuming. Okay, it's not that long as I thought. Oh, Warner Brothers. Oh man, this is one of those stories where you might need to have a seat and get a cup of tea or something. Warner Brothers discusses volatile AAA console games will lean into free-to-play and mobile. This story comes by way of GameSpot.com. They got details. Oh, it is what you think it is. During a recent Morgan Stanley speaking event, Warner Brothers Discovery gaming boss JB Perrette discussed some of the company's strategy for gaming going forward, and includes more live service, more mobile, and more free-to-play games. This is what he said. We're doubling down on games as an area where we think there is a lot more growth opportunity that we can tap into with the IP that we have and some of the capabilities we have on the studio, where we uniquely position as both the publisher and the developer of games. So we're going to double down where we think there's a lot more growth. I think that's a smart idea from a business perspective. But you got to be very careful with this, because you'll see in the next paragraph, sometimes you can get it really right with a console game such as Hogwarts Legacy becoming the best-selling game of the year, 22 million copies sold, or you can have a stinker like Suicide Squad kill the Justice League, which was the polar opposite of Hogwarts. So while you may be investing in certain growth area opportunities, you still can make a crappy game and still not sell. So it's not guaranteed that you're going to have success just because you're making a game in a growth market. So what growth market is he talking about? Well, this is where it gets a little bit nauseating. So the plan going forward, he says, is to help reduce volatility by focusing on core franchises and bringing at least some of them to the mobile and free-to-play space, as well as continuing to invest in live service games that people play and spend money on over a long period of time. So they're going to specifically focus on cash grabs. That's my takeaway from that paragraph. That's why it makes me a little bit nauseous, because they want games that you will continue to play and spend money on. So you can design a game to do that. You can design live service games to where the people addicted to it feel compelled to spend money on that. We call that pay to win. Or we call that like consumer predator type stuff. Like, there's a lot of names for it, but it's frowned upon in the mobile and free-to-play market as games that are anti-consumer, because you are essentially trying to cash grab. You're essentially trying to cash grab. So, you know, they're talking about some of their core titles, and they even called out a few of them. Popular brands, he singled out Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and DC. So we may see some live service free-to-play cash grabs from Warner Brothers in those areas. Can you imagine a free-to-play cash grab Mortal Kombat where you buy moves? That's right. Or you can grind for 6 days straight to get a move unlocked. I don't know. Maybe you can design a Game of Thrones game where if you play for 6 days straight, you get voice acting. Otherwise, you get text-based. You see where I'm going with this? It's like there's so many things you can do to a game to compel people to pay. So the fact that he said that is disgusting. It really makes me not look forward to what they're going to do here, because there's a fine line between making a good game and making a profitable game. I mean, look at Helldivers 2. You can make a game that's live service and not be consumer, not be a cash grab, be successful and make money from it. It's possible to do, but when you're talking like this, I don't know if it's going to happen. The good news is that we got a little bit of time. This paragraph says, but making games takes time, so correct caution that the company is laying the foundation now for returns that could come in 2025, 2026, and 2027. So around 2026 or 2027, we may start to see some of these games come to fruition, and we can look back on this article and be like, oh, there's that paragraph. He warned us. He told us it was coming. So if you see a live service or free-to-play game coming out published by Warner Brothers, you might want to look at this with a monocle and a top hat and a glass of wine and go, I don't think I will. Check it out over on GameSpot.com. They got the details. Warner Brothers is talking about making live service free-to-play cash grabs. I wish I was making this up, but it's not looking good for its gamers in current year and 2026, 2027. Check it out. All right. That is all, folks, of the stories. I'll be editing those later tonight. We got a video coming out at 5, thankfully, because I don't have anything ready to go for 5 a.m. I try to release videos 5, 11, 5, 11 on the 11s and 5s. 5 a.m., 11 a.m., 5 p.m., 11 p.m. But we got a video coming out that we recorded yesterday that's coming out at 5. So, yeah. I like how this thing almost takes like exactly an hour when I do these stories. They almost take almost exactly 1 hour. That's perfect. Because I kind of want to have like an hour period before the stream so that people can get here, you know. Unless they're coming for the news. Whoops. Also, if you do use TikTok, I have a TikTok account. I just got accepted. What is that command? I need to change that. Oh, let me change that command. Oh my goodness. What we gonna do? I do have a TikTok. I got accepted to their content creator program. So they're gonna pay me to make videos longer than a minute, which is exactly what I do. Make sense? Yeah, it does make sense. So they're gonna pay me if they get like views and stuff, which is good. So I'm happy to be accepted into that. And if you guys do use TikTok, I know a lot of you don't, but if you do, I appreciate if you follow me over on Buana TV over there. That way, your boy can get paid. That'd be nice. Money is good. It's used for food and stuff. All right, sub actions. Let's add a command for this. Send message channel as the bot. And for YouTube, send message channel as me. And the trigger is going to be a command, which I call TikTok. But did I already create a command? I didn't create a command, so I got to create it now. TikTok. TikTok. For YouTube and Twitch. Boom. Boom. Save. Alright, see if it works. Let me delete the other one first. Command delete TikTok. TikTok. Yay. So now I should go over to YouTube as well, right? Did I mess that up again? Oh my gosh, I did. YouTube message as Brock. No, I should have went through. Preferred account broadcaster. I wonder if it's going to the other chat. Because I got two live streams. Oh wait, I'm partially connected. Oh, I got to reconnect to YouTube. Oh, okay. Seems I've lost connection to YouTube. I don't know why. It's just stuck at connecting. Let me just restart StreamerBot, see if I can reinitiate this connection. Doo-doo-doo. Look at that big connecting on the screen. StreamerBot is dead! Alright, it connected to YouTube that time. Alright, everybody's connected. We test TikTok. Chat, you broke it. Can I blame you? I don't know why it's not working. This is a very straightforward thing, but it's just not working. So I'm gonna blame Facebook. They did it. Big Boy did it. Okay. What are we gonna play tonight? I might do some Foxhole on stream. I haven't played that on stream in a while. But I don't feel like doing like... Oh crap, I just launched TF2. I tried to do Steam. No, don't launch TF2. Oh no, it's gonna mess up my stats. Buona, why were you playing TF2? I launched it by accident! Dang it. There's a proof. I launched it by accident. I clicked the X at the top of the window. I don't know if it's gonna take effect next week or what. There we go. Okay, we're good. It's gone. I don't know if I want to play Foxhole or not. I might do it, but I gotta do some editing too. Oh, I made a montage of yesterday's Helldivers. Y'all want to see it? Yeah. All right, let me show it to you. I haven't posted it yet though. I'm gonna post it to Twitter and Techie Talkies. Here it is. Well now, he taught me a lesson. Can this dog kill you? I feel like it's hurting me. My democracy cam will look a lot better if I did green screen with it. Medium bug nests eradicated. Somebody radio HQ and tell them that these bugs don't stand a chance. Democracy prevails once again. You were saying? Shoot him in the face! Democracy demands boom! What? What'd you just do? He's back! Get him off me, man! Where'd it go? Where did it actually go? Where did it go? Y'all better run. Wait. I hate these things. The spitters are spitting. Where's my gun? Who touched my gun? I'm so slow. I'm so slow. They keep spitting on me because I'm slow. Where's my gun? Okay, I'm out of... Wait. Why'd you... Good video. Little montage from yesterday's shenanigans. I was thinking about trying Balatro again, but I don't know. It's a good game, though. Oh, man, the iRacing update came out. They added rain. I was thinking about doing that, too. Yeah, they added rain. In current year. How long have racers had rain? You know, it's like, how long, chat? How long? 20 what years? I know, right? I know. Oh, dude. Let me show you a snippet of this guy's video. I posted this in the truck simulator. We've been drooling over this wheel. Moza came out with a truck sim wheel. Look how big it is. It's 400 millimeters. That thing is, boy, you're gonna be like a bus driver, boy. Yo. Look how big it is. But that's true. I mean, that's how they are. That's how the truck wheels are. I want this. Dude, this is the first wheel I've ever seen specifically. I mean, they make like big wheels for like Fanatec and stuff that you can like connect to Fanatec stuff. But this is like the first wheel that a manufacturer I know has made specifically for truck sim. And it makes me really want to invest in the Moses system. I should do a video on this, actually. I should talk about this. This is actually video content that I'm doing. I'm doing it for free. What is wrong with me? I could be making TikTok revenue off of this. Without his picture, I mean. But I caught this guy's review of it. Because I seen the announcement of it. And I was like, I saw this review today. And I was like, oh man. It's like good, very good. So if you buy the Moses system, you can basically switch out this wheel with like a racing wheel if you're gonna do a racing game. It's a big wheel. Yeah, the rain added physics and stuff. Let me see if we can find an article about it that I won't get in trouble for showing on YouTube. I know some people did some reviews on it, but I don't want to show their videos. Development update February 2024. This probably has some stuff on it. Oh, that's February 13th. Don't they have a news section? Yeah. iRacing News. March 5th. Season 2 is here. Here we go. Alright. So they call it the Tempest Weather System in Rain Racing. Forecasted settings and custom timelines to road racing tracks. Full lineup of IMSA, GTPG, Rick level machines. How Tempest work can be used. Click here. Tempest Weather System. So you do rain and fog. It's racing in wet. It's the iRacing way. Tempest simulates countless physical and environmental factors to create true-to-life weather experiences. Water interacts realistically with both the track and your tires, challenging you to grip on alternate racing lines. See the current and expected weather conditions and make your plan accordingly. But remember, just like in the real world, Mother Nature can have a mind of her own, so things might change quickly, especially in longer races. Yeah, so you have to plan your pit stops. Like if you're expecting rain, you got to plan your pit stops and switch to wet tires. Cold tires, cold tires. The thing I had seen the most about this was the visual effects. How it really looked like rain was spraying on your car from a car going 200 miles an hour. It looked like they put some work into it. But I mean, I was gonna say GTA. Gran Turismo and Forza does a really good job of rain too, with both physics and look. So let's see how iRacing can top them. Maybe they can. I don't know. Maybe they can't. Let's see. But yeah, let me see if I have to update. People were complaining earlier to that because I caught a couple of streams of people trying it out and they couldn't connect and they were getting booted and all kinds of stuff. 4 gigs? Wow. I guess you're gonna need new everything, huh? All right, we'll let that go in the background. Tonight, I am going to be, after I finish my editing, I am going to be playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for my YouTube channel as well. If you guys follow my YouTube, youtube.com/Buona. If you're over there now, click the like button. Hey, click the like button. But I am going to be uploading that episode 6. I'm going to be recording that tonight. I already uploaded episode 5. We're still early, so if you're pretty far in the game, you can watch, without spoilers. Or if you don't care about the story, you can just watch. Wow, this is going fast. I'm so used to Sony. I'm already at 3 gigs. I'm used to PlayStation download speeds. This is good. Just saying that out loud makes me want to get off of here now and get busy on that stuff, because it's 4 a.m. We're not doing Foxhole tonight because I usually do daily Foxhole stuff. We're not doing that tonight. But I do need to do my edits. I got to finish uploading to TikTok, and we got to record the video for Final Fantasy VII. Morning, Pie Guy. Welcome, dude. So I might be getting off of here soon. I also need to upload the video from the video I just showed you guys, the Helldivers 2 one. Gonna put that on Twitter as well as TikTok. I don't know what to do with Bornaclips. My Bornaclips channel on YouTube. I don't know what to do with that. We gotta figure that out. Because I'm leaning towards just putting the clips back on my main channel, because that experiment didn't really work like I wanted it to. Especially the whole thing with YouTube Shorts and how they just didn't work out the way I wanted them to. So I was counting on YouTube Shorts revenue. That's why I created Bornaclips, and it didn't happen. And even if it did happen, even if I did get partnered on that account, the revenue from Shorts is nothing. So I think a lot of people were upset with YouTube about that. So I'm thinking about just putting everything back on my main channel. But that makes my main channel a potpourri of everything, which the algorithm hates. So long-time YouTube user, man, it's just how it is. Algorithm hates you if you have too much variety. Sorry, man, I like too much stuff. I like too many games. I like tech. I like 3D printing. Sorry. You should have broke those out in separate channels. Well, I did. And it didn't work, sir. So we're just updating this tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to play. Not going to play tonight. I'm just updating iRacing. Get it done. But yeah, I think I'm going to just head out, chat. I might come back later on like Live Space and do an after party thing again. Because I'm going to get some food now. I'm pretty hungry. I'm going to get some food now because I haven't eaten in a really long time. I'm gonna get some food, and then I might come back on live.space if you haven't followed me over there. Or I might come back on YouTube. You know, it might be a good idea to do YouTube only today. Follow me everywhere, chat. That way you'll know. You'll get notified. I might do a YouTube only thing today. And do some editing there. After I eat, that is. And then we can get on the on the Final Fantasy VII stuff. I got to finish uploading all those videos to TikTok, which I have a lot. I probably have like 40 more videos to upload to TikTok. And it doesn't take that long. We just have to do the metadata. You have to do the title. You have to do the tags. And then, anti-cheat. You have to do the tags, and then you got to schedule them all. That's what takes so long. You have to schedule them to, and not overlap, you know. No, I already have shortcuts on the desktop. Do 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 do. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, chat. We're gonna come back later. Likely on YouTube, because I wanna ooh. Pre-race practice is disabled. Oh, things are broken. Since we started so late, I'm not gonna stay live too much longer. And I'm going to possibly come back for YouTube, because YouTube changed their live. It's like a lot better now. It's like Twitch, so we're gonna be trying that out, I think. So I'll see you then. All right, I'm gonna get some food. I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks so much for watching, and take care of yourselves. I'll be back later today, tonight, to morning, whatever. I don't know, tonight to morning. I don't even know what you want to call it. But please follow me everywhere. I stream all over the place. And join our Discord as well, so you can be abreast of what's going on, where I'm going live. I'll try to tweet where I'm going live, and I always notify you on Discord where I'm going live. So you want to be kept up to date on where I'm going live and when. Discord is the best spot. There's a role specifically for that. It's called Stream Notify. So if I go live on YouTube, if I go live on Live Space, if I go live on Twitch, you guys will know. You will know. All right. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Bye.